that sound? It's the sweet, sweet sound of our favorite sport, Major League Table Tennis. This is the second session of day number 3 of week number 6, and we are about to get into the action. Make some noise for our officials, William and Peter Jung. And the first team coming in, they come in today before any matches have been played at second place. Put your hands together for the challengers, the Seattle Spinners! And their opponents, the team that you've been waiting for, a team with more story today than ever before. They're number 1 in the league before today. Make some noise for your very own Bay Area Blasters! Now that the Warriors have all entered the arena, let's shake some hands and slap some skins and let the games begin.
Well, it's going to be a fitting end to what has been a fantastic weekend of Major League Table Tennis. It's the last match of week 6, and we have the home team, the Bay Area Blasters, taking on the Seattle Spinners here at the Alameda County Fairgrounds. It's just been a wonderful weekend, and the crowds have been amazing. The team spirit, but also just seeing yesterday that mob of fans that showed up for Lily Jung was really great to see. Of course, Portland Paddlers have stolen the top spot, but a big opportunity here for both of these teams to move to the top of the table. I'm Matt Hetherington. I'm joined one last time here in Pleasanton with Sean O'Neill. Sean, the Bay Area Blasters last night had a really close defeat at the hands of Texas. We've seen both of these teams, Seattle and the Bay Area, perform really well across the weekend. What's going to make the difference between these two top teams?
Well, I think with Bay Area, it's the fans. I mean, they came out so strong for Lily. She played big. She's going to play a mixed match today, so it's going to be a lot of pressure on her, but she's ready to deliver. She
certainly is, and we saw her win 2 singles matches against male opponents over the last 2 days. It has been absolutely electrifying. As you said, she's going to do that again, or at least compete against a male player again in the second singles against Johan Hagberg. But we're going to lead out with a clash of 2 of the top players living in the US, Nikhil Kumar and Ma Jinbao. It's going to be followed by Lily's match. Mateo and Diaz come out for the doubles. Tao and Jang playing with Tapa Brata Day. And we'll explain that situation a little bit soon, that switch of players. Andre Lapeck faces off again against Silva. And Mateo plays Tao and Jung in the last match. That's going to have some fireworks for sure.
A lot of power with these 2 strong players, but right now, U.S. champion, 2-time defending Nikhil Kumar against Ma Jinbao.
So Nikhil Kumar, 2 times U.S. national champion back-to-back, including this year, so reigning champion. Ma Jinbao, a player who's had some outstanding results internationally lately, didn't quite hit his stride here in Major League Table Tennis this weekend. I think the expectations were high, and maybe today will be his chance to deliver. We'll see.
Yeah, of course, David Macbeth from Texas played so big. Great match last night, taking all 3 and sweeping Ma. So we'll see if Nikhil is able to use his placement, change of pace, a little bit of redirection to give Ma some difficulty
Nikhil Kumar coming into the weekend with the second highest overall singles record. He was 12-3, 80%. Did face off against Cole, who's the top singles player. Lost 2-1, but afterwards said he did his job by winning at least one game. That was his goal. Certainly no easy task, as we saw this morning.
We've been waiting for Ma Jinbao to join the team. He's been absent, having such a great number of international tournaments on the World Table Tennis Tour. It's always fun for the players to get some new blood to play against. Expect Nikhil Kumar to be choing, giving some self pump-ups.
Game 1, Seattle to serve.
Right from the start.
You went wrong, Sean.
Not a tough call.
Yeah. The vocal reinforcement is such a core part of Nikhil Kumar's game. He's getting in super early here. He's come out warmed up and ready to go.
Great backhand off the bounce, then quickly getting his forehand into play. If he's able to do that regularly, he should have quite a bit of success. Edge serve that touched. 2-1.
1-2.
Ma Jinbao at the end of last year was the highest rated player in the US. A couple of strong wins over Cole.
4-1.
And Nikhil Kumar just staying on top of the table, redirecting.
Gets that forehand placement down the line. Finding that gap again. Down the line. So a little bit of open space on Kumar's backhand.
Oh, look at that hand play there. Just lining it up, taking control of the angle. Kumar having no difficulty with the tempo so far.
4-7. Let. 4-7.
Nikhil going for a nice drop shot and trying to jam it deep. Oh, that was a great misdirection backhand down the line by Kumar.
8-5.
He doesn't have particularly quick pace on the backhand, but when he goes backhand to backhand down the line, tends to cause problems for players just not used to playing as much against left-handed players. Down the line angle, much tougher to generate speed than cross court. opening to the forehand corner. Nikhil going for it.
Everything, plus the kitchen sink. It's a tough ball to keep short, especially when it's a half-long serve.
9-7. Let 9-7.
And a good read on that serve from Ma Jingbao.
And just getting Nikhil out of that backhand corner.
9-8.
A little bit of a fade to get that even wider onto the corner. And the bounce on that ball was pretty strange. That picked up.
Nikhil had it lined up like he was going to punch that for a winner. It definitely took a hop.
Sorry there from Kumar as he walks away from the table.
Probably the best way to return that serve. Swing hard, hope it catches the net. Dribbles over.
Certainly rewarded for being decisive. And drops it short. Nikhil Kumar locks in game one for the Seattle Spinners. We've seen time and time again when serves drift a little bit half long or go long, Nikhil Kumar is able to exhibit such great bracket angle control and touch to get the ball super short.
Forcing the opponent just to have to spin up when the ball's not coming off the end. Tough to generate enough forward momentum to clear the net, but Kumar plays big when it's needed most in Seattle, out to the initial game and point in this final match.
So Kumar flying off to a big start there. Jingbao getting back in there towards the second half.
But I will say, Matt, that Nikhil is much more offensive. His blocks have had pace behind them. He's gotten some good forehands in, but of course, net balls definitely help. Great drop shot on that last point to take the 11-9.
Game 2, Bay Area to serve, love off.
Kumar opting to take a little bit more time with that.
1 love. Love 2.
Ma Jinbao's forehand very strong.
I mean, this is kind of what we're expecting to see more of from him this weekend.
1-2.
Very risky follow-up there.
3-1.
It looked like Nikhil had made up his mind a little early there.
Ball was certainly lower and not breaking the table as much as he probably thought.
And just a lot of free points.
You can download also the Bowie Live app. Doesn't just have the live stream, but also stats, standings, plenty more.
3-all.
It's been great to be able to follow the Major League Table Tennis standings and see the singles, doubles, and golden game records for all the different players. Kumar just Nice hitting that forehand
3-4.
ball. Falls off the racket.
Nice backhand, but could not connect with the forehand step around. That was a great side spin block.
4-0.
But Kumar holding his ground.
So much action on that. We do see so many changes in pace and different, less orthodox shots from Nikhil Kumar that really
5-4.
unsettle even the highest level players here in the US. Bao
4-6.
slow and steady down the line. Opens up a 6-4 lead.
And again, Nikhil
5-6.
earning a lot of these easy points. Jung catching the top of the net or just missing the side of the table.
Jung better prepared
7-5.
now. We've seen Nikhil try and actively take that ball down the line, especially when Ma has played forehand to redirect that ball down the line. But Jung starting to show up for this match.
Oh, that was a great backhand attack
7-6.
on the forehand side. That was a great combination, unfortunately, for Nikhil.
6-8.
Just couldn't do anything with his backhand on that final block.
That forehand down the line, inside out, was such a brilliant shot. Well handled by Ma.
Smart play by Nikhil.
7-8.
Nothing fancy there, but just strong placement into the backhand.
So many changes in pace and spin and direction from Kumar. Ties things up. 8 points each. Nikhil Kumar, a player who you could consider a leader for his team, and as a player in the standings, not just in the West Division, but overall. Jung fresh into the scene here for Major League Table Tennis. And he's
9-8.
looking to make his imprint early.
It looks like Nikhil on some of these shots, he's not sure whether he should be going for broke or if he should be playing a control ball against Jin Bao. It's so spinny. You better be in position. Otherwise, you're going to be reaching for the ball.
And Kumar just kind of, his weight collapsed in that last one.
8-10.
Did a super job of hooking that ball around. That one was pretty close to the barriers. Great placement and the counter rally from Jung Bao. 10-8. Big points here for both players.
That 8-10.
Jung Bao gets in
11,
an assertive
8,
serve
game to the
return
area.
to take game to 11 points to 8.
Jin Bao much more effective, more demonstrative, just going for the ball. Not waiting for Nikhil to get any type of spin going. Nice forehand flip, nice and deep into the body, and we are tied up at 1 apiece.
You can see the anticipation from Jung Bao. He's definitely getting ready for his shots much quicker. You can see.
It seems like with Jung Bao, his rhythm of playing different level of players, he just hasn't really gotten into sync so far here in the Bay Area.
I mean, he's had excellent results. As I said, he was the highest rated player in the US at the end of last year. But I guess the other thing to consider is when you do go away and you start playing it more at the international level, it can be difficult to adjust coming back. I mean, sometimes a good example is if you go overseas to practice in a different country, you don't always necessarily play better when you come back. Sometimes it takes 1 or 2 months to adjust and settle back in.
Game
And
3.
if you're training there versus just going for one competition and
level.
coming back, but
Big power forehand from Ma Jinbao.
Nikhil, if he's blocking the ball, he has to put pace on it. Putting it on the table, he's going to receive another blistering attack. Not a bad idea. He knows he's got to do something with it. Look how he got the ball to the ball girl that time.
Gets the ball out nice and wide.
Beautiful fading forehand from the backhand corner. Nice finesse shot.
Two all.
The Seattle Spinners are 2-0 this weekend. So if they can win here against the Bay Area Blasters, it will make, I'm sure, Luka Sadovska very happy.
It just seems throughout the season,
4-2.
weeks to week, just so many changes, or month to month, so many changes. It feels like an uphill climb. If you can just turn the corner.
Kumar's going to miss that one, and players will switch ends. It's 5-2 for Ma Jinbao. This is the first singles matchup. We're going to have a pretty entertaining second singles match between home favorite Lily Jang and one of the great fighters of the weekend, Johan Hagberg, the left-hander from Sweden. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out.
That's a tough shot for Nikhil to make. Not many choices, but definitely not an easy ball to counterattack off the bounce.
Nikhil's just going to constantly try and pump himself up.
That's a tough angle. So much topspin to play it inside out, down the line with his backhand. He'd be better off stepping around playing another forehand.
Yeah, and we saw it. It's a little bit similar to that point we saw in the last game of playing such a great forehand and then just not able to control the follow-up with the backhand.
That's so strong.
8-3.
That opening loop, heavy spin, low and tight. Really not much you can do with it.
Kumar winds up big on the first forehand.
3-9.
Second one. Just a little bit squished, not enough space. This time the inside out forehand makes its mark. Kumar trails by 5. Ma Jinbao's stepped his game up here.
Good service there. Mixing it up. Not easy to see contact.
Let 9-5.
Multiple game points here. Maybe 10, a little bit of a smile there. Certainly be happy if Marjin Bao can get his third game. And he will on the first
11-5 game
point
area.
available. Marjin Bao 11-5. He takes 2-1 victory against Nikhil Kumar.
Just too much power, too sharp of a game. Nikhil did everything he could in game one, taking that, but really just trying to keep the ball on the table as Marjin Bao continued just to load up the opening shots, extend the rally on his terms.
We're going to head down to Jim Bao now. Jim Bao, well done. It's good to see you get a win in there. Yesterday, your match with Dave Macbeth was a little bit difficult for you. You didn't look so comfortable. I know you've been overseas a lot. Has it been a little bit challenging for you to come back to the US? I know the levels are a little bit lower than the international, but the environment, is it difficult for you to adjust to?
I think very different for the role because it's in the major league, every ball is very key. So I need to focus every ball. Yesterday I just play a little bit careful and also very silent. So today, when I yesterday finished, I just adjust to my mentality and focus to every ball. So prepare for today's match.
So and with that adjustment, what is it like playing the golden game where you're only playing 4 points? Are you thinking be real aggressive or be real safe? What is your mindset?
I think first of all, I need to use my advantage to when I receive or my serve, and after to make sure table and find a way to kill the ball.
And you said yesterday you were a little bit careful and a little bit soft or passive.
Yeah.
Are we going to see you attacking more in the golden game today?
Today I think is just 1 by 1 because it's only 4 balls. Every ball is possible, so everything is possible. I think that's 1 by 1. Yeah,
all right. Well, congratulations, Jim Bao.
Thank you.
We'll let you get back to the bench to support Lily. So, an interesting tale of 2 very different players here in singles number 2. Johan Hagberg with that kind of upper quad injury at the top of his leg on day 1, just knuckled down, tough as nails, and fought through his match to get the win against Nandan Naresh. And he came back in the golden game. And you can see some KT tape on his left quad there.
I mean, Lily's going to be trying to extend every rally, especially from her backhand corner out to Johan's wide forehand. And Johan's going to be looking for bombs left and right, especially out to Lily's forehand. We've seen him hook the ball around the table.
Game 1,
the serve and serve return is really going to be the key. See who gets the first attack in repeatedly.
Of course, Lily having 2 singles wins already this weekend. I think Hagberg is a little bit less linear than the other 2 players. You know, McDonald and Revite pretty clean. I think Hagberg has a lot more variation, especially in the receive.
A little bit more Nikhil Kumar in his repertoire. But if Lily's able just to establish her first attack, I think that could be enough to keep the pressure on, because he's going to be going for third ball attacks, and if he's smart, he's going to serve long. There's no reason to serve short and let Lily bring him in. Get the ball into play, make it so you can take a big swing.
Going for broken. You see some high toss serve variations. Sometimes when you're throwing the ball up high, you can create more friction for the serve spin, but also more deviation. So he's probably hoping for some looser serve receives from Lily Jung.
2-3.
Serve error under the pressure. One serve error and one receive error. The universe balances out.
Good placement there.
4-3.
Right into Lily's forehand pocket. She will step around the forehand to play a backhand.
There's that loose serve receive that Hagberg's looking for.
Lily's not putting any pressure when she's just pushing the ball on the table. No matter how much spin she puts, Hagberg's going to take a big swing.
Cuts across the net cord, Hagberg now leading 6-3. Twists his head away from that with a smile. What can you do? And we saw shots like that in the first and second matches. A big grin from Hagberg. And
that's just a classic lefty opening and finishing shot from the backhand corner. Nikhil made a couple.
Topspin kick on that tomahawk serve.
4-8.
Not many players use a high toss tomahawk serve. It's working pretty well for him so far in game one. The audience trying to get behind Lily.
He's done a nice job of getting out of the short game and a lot more deep returns. We've seen Hagberg do that
5-8.
in Santa Cruz and then in Houston. A lot more crazy side spin. Just give the player an interesting look.
Missing that backhand opening. Hagberg 9-5 in the lead.
And that's so easy for Hagberg just to get into position, watch Lily, and then just choose one side. Either going inside out or hooking it, and that ball was loaded.
Game to Seattle.
Hagberg 11-5. Very quiet audience.
That's the best way to handle the audience, is to get a quick 11-5 victory with a ton of heavy serves.
So, of course, Hagberg just rebounded perfectly. You're going to see this from day one. The slide all the way across. It was just really looked painful. It was hard to tell at the time whether it was an injury of the ankle or the knee or...
Yeah, later on, Hagberg, when I was speaking to him, he said it was more of a hip, but he just didn't feel secure, so when he was stepping down on it for the remainder of that game and match, and then in the Golden game, he just had to block out the pain because he said it was something he had never experienced before. He's been injury-free his entire career.
Right, yeah, he did mention that in the post-match interview. Seems to be looking pretty stable on his feet today, which is great to see. You know, you want to see your players performing their best, and he was able to bounce back. Unfortunately for the Bay Area Blasters, their man Mario Monzo not able to bounce back from his injury. A broken finger on his playing hand. And this match is a perfect example of how influential the serve can be on a match.
Love 1. One love.
Umpire giving Warning on the serve there for covering the ball mid.
And Hagberg's just going deep and spinning. He doesn't want to give Lily a chance to control the short ball and then get her game going.
And this time Lily gets in.
1-2.
Smart location. Injury or not, that's a great place to go.
This time she takes it down the line.
2-all.
And she's able to cover both the backhand on that return or the forehand. Great balance, great placement.
Couple of nets there. Jung steady.
2-3.
The first loop. Good patience from her. Hagberg just gets so much power. One of the interesting things about him is no matter whether he's playing cross court or inside out or across the opposite diagonal, he's still able to get a high level of power. Of course, you can join in with the Major League Table Tennis Fantasy League. It's been great fun for all of us
3-4.
here. And
I've got both of these players in this match, so I'm going to get some points regardless.
we've had plenty of back and forth discussions, of course, not just between me and Sean, but also our commentary counterpart, Evan Lepler, who's been delightfully silent this
5-3.
weekend on the Fantasy League.
I think he's dealing with the ACC, Wake Forest and Virginia.
Hagberg just unleashing forehands.
And his side spin when he's coming outside and across, very difficult for Lily to even get her racket behind the ball, hooking right into her body.
And one of the things that I noticed in the Golden game after he was injured and even now is that despite the injury, he's still just 100% committed to putting his body on the line.
Throwing his body at the ball. And
I think the most surprising thing about that is to play in that manner and go through your whole table tennis career with no injuries.
Yeah, I know.
He's super impressive. Because if I played like that, I'd be in a coffin by now.
very smart, very patient by Lily just to stay on the backhand side, not giving Johan a chance to counterattack from the backcourt with his forehand.
And you could see Hagberg just trying to press the ball wider and wider, but last one missed by about a foot. Just a weirdly uncomfortable ball for Jung.
Those are big swings.
7-all.
Really will have to do a little bit more of the work to keep herself pumped up and focused today with the mob decidedly absent.
They're watching online.
I'm sure they are, probably recovering from yesterday's sharing and energy transfer.
Left. 7-8.
Difficulty, Lily unable to get back.
9-7.
Deep lob by Hagberg.
We've seen a number of players struggling against the lob. weekend. Jang with it.
9.
And that
Jang.
opportunity will be there on the deep serves, or if Lily does decide to go for it. Might as well go for a winner. Oh, that's a tough shot by Hagberg.
8, 10.
Definitely seeing different body language from Lily Jang. In the previous 2 days, she was really riding the confidence wave with the crowd behind her.
And it's a tough style for her to play against because it's just one big shot that she has to try to stop and then defend versus McDonald or Rubite being able to build the point.
11, 8.
And
Game
now
to Seattle.
Seattle sending a message.
Hagberg on a roll here in this second singles matchup. Wins the second game 11-8. Serve and forehand game of the left-hander from Sweden is proving a challenging obstruction to Lily Jang's hopes of taking the third singles.
And we didn't even know if he was going to be game ready after what we saw occurred. But so far, his tactics have worked to a T, just really mixing it up and bringing heavy, heavy spin to take Lily's control, placement, playing all court, as well as his serves have been so effective.
Time. Time.
So now the task is upon Lily Jang to try and claim at least 1 point here for the Bay Area Blasters. Seattle Spinners up 3-2 now. Hagberg
Game 3.
potentially
Bay Area to serve.
take them
Love
a
off.
little bit further.
And I think going into the doubles, you would have to think that Seattle, with the number of matches they've played together, will help them with the new team from the Blasters.
Hagberg going for a big backhand this time.
He basically had every spin on the ball possible.
Just
1-all.
great fade and power. When you get a player who can change the direction and curve the ball like that at such a high pace.
That's a good shot by Lily.
1-2.
She has to be able to make a spin on those deep serves. Otherwise, Hagberg's just going to continue to tee off. Oh, that was a beautiful play. Nice combination by Lily Jang. Just owning the table here. Good drop shot, quality block, and then just jamming it into the backhand.
Big rest.
3-2.
Hagberg comes.
I wasn't sure which way he was going to slice that ball, whether he was going to go across it.
all the way across the table and then kind of continued to move outside, leaving the whole table open.
And again, a very smart play by Lily, getting that first spin in, forcing Hagberg to have perfect position in order to reloop it.
The curve on that ball to get
3-4.
the rally finished for Hagberg.
I mean, this is bomb central. Just look at the heavy spin. Lily doing everything she can to stay up to the table. And then Hagberg just sliding across the ball and table and floor.
So Hagberg levels things up here in the third game. He's really Lily taking every chance and opportunity he can to remain aggressive. Of course, the doubles will be up next. It's Amatoyo and Diaz. They're taking on Tao and Jang and Takabrata Day. Day coming in as a replacement for Oriol Monzo, who, as we mentioned, has a broken finger.
5-all.
He's that awkward serve receive. I think Hagberg has done a great job of just keeping Lily out of her comfort zone just enough.
Never giving her a clean ball.
6-5.
Making sure that the ball's breaking away from her center of gravity, whether it's wide out to her forehand or hooking it into her body. Lily made a good flip. Hagberg just made a stronger hooking loop. Once again, setting up as if he's going to come across the ball, but then going for classic backhand out to the forehand.
Backs off the table.
8-6.
Slightly higher ball, and really not able to bring it back down. Big serve and attack from Johan Hagberg. Serves off the back of the paddle on the serve. Just continuously throwing.
Monkey wrenches,
Yeah,
just
really.
down the line, inside out, full swing, but little ginger on his legs afterwards. Never satisfied with just chopping it back. It has to have heavy side spin.
Jang with the serve in hand. 1 point behind in game 3.
He was winding up for that one as well. Lily just catching the net. Hagberg with the serve and 3 game points.
Goes for it. Pinwheel on the floor there. Just throws all of his body weight into that ball. Jung gives herself the opportunity here with a golden point. It's 10-10. Hagberg being maybe a little bit too aggressive to get things finished there. And Hagberg really going for broke. Lily Jung just steady enough to get 1 game back.
Lily with that quality opening. Hagberg knew he wanted to get his forehand in, fighting for a sweep, but Lily Jung defends the final game. And the smiles on her face.
I mean, the way the first 2 games went, she had a bit of a mountain to climb to take that third. I'm sure she'll be pretty happy to capture at least 1 game. Hagberg just overplaying a little bit.
That tends to be his style, though.
Yeah.
Just a bit outside. So after getting the 2 points, not able to get the sweep, but still opportunity to keep both teams level.
Well, Johan, congratulations on getting that win. And you've been in here in the venue watching some of the matches, so you would have seen Jonathan and Johan losing to Lily over the last couple of days. So I'm sure you know that she was very capable of playing against the male players.
Yeah.
They tended to play quite linear, lots of plain serves. For you, how important was it, especially the serve variations and kind of changes in spin?
Yeah. The thing is, when I studied Lily like yesterday and today, and I saw how Johan and McDonald were playing against her, like a lot of like fast pace, and I tried to just change the spin a lot and make sure that I have a lot of spin in my loops and a lot of variation. So, and I thought I had a lot of focus on my service and also my receives, because I was looking at McDonald and Johan. They were like doing just normal receives when she was serving. I tried to not to talk about myself like I'm a god or something, but I tried to just make sure I get a lot of spin in my receive. So if it looks like that she just make easy miss, it's more spin than maybe she would be used to, or she was just playing bad. I don't know, but so yeah.
And going into the Golden Game, how is your leg feeling? Is it back to normal? Is it still a little hesitant?
I thought it was back to normal, but then when I have to move a lot with my forehand, it's also I'm on a lot of medication right now, so I try not to focus too much about it. But then at the end of the set, like when I have 10-8 and I can loop, I just want to swing because I was starting to feel pain and like that. So, but so that's it. But I hope it's not serious. I'm not sure. I'm gonna take a look at it. But I also want to say, like, I was really looking forward to play Lily, because I'm not gonna say that we're like this, but I'm on my way. My team is working on it. So no, but she's really nice, and I think she's super talented. So to be honest, it's an honor to play against her, because she's an amazing athlete. So I'm very happy. Like, regardless of how the match would go, I was just super stoked to play. You saw me smiling during the match, so that was why. So yeah.
Yeah, particularly on that one shot down the line. I think that was the one that
was insane, dude. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, that was not bad. Yeah, so yeah.
Well, congratulations. We're going to get into the doubles now. Who knows, if you play really well during the Golden Game, maybe we'll get you back if the team pulls through.
I would love to.
I know you would.
I need the Instagram likes. This is super important.
Mention to your coach you might want to play Lily in the Golden Game.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Great job, Johan.
Yeah, nice talking to you guys. Thank you.
So, going into the doubles.
Game 1, Seattle serve.
Mateo and Diaz, the trusted pair of Seattle, and they're playing off against Tao and Jang and Tapa Day. Now, of course, yesterday, if we really dig into the weeds here and get into the details, on Friday, when the Bay Area Blasters celebrated their victory and they all kind of clumped together and fell onto the floor, Tao and Jang, when he was celebrating, actually fell over and landed on Oriol Monzo's hand. And I'm sure we'll get to take a little bit of a closer look at that later on. But unfortunately, Monzo now has a broken finger, and it's really not easy to find someone to replace on such short notice. Fortunately, Tapa Day, who's Michigan State champion, he's in the draft pool for Major League Table Tennis. And so he's filling in here.
And he's played quite a bit internationally as well, so this type of environment isn't completely new to him.
And so we're going to look really quickly at the celebration here at Bay Area Blasters on Friday night. They all fell over, and you can see there Tao and Jang having landed on the hand of Oriol Monzo. Unfortunately, also, it's a break in the finger on his playing hand.
Very difficult to hold the paddle.
Oh, yeah. So he's potentially going to be out for a number of weeks for that to recover.
That is the beauty of the draft and the draft pool. We saw Sonora Silva jump into the Princeton Revolution and then go back into the pool, and then to get picked up by the Bay Area Blasters. Yeah. And we'll see him in the next match.
Actually notice a couple of the Major League Table Tennis staff with signs saying tougher time.
And Tapa needs to get his serve a little bit lower there. We've seen Omatayo just blitz any serve that sits a little high. Oh, that's a great
shot.
Forehand loop.
There's those signs. I'm on top of the world and tougher time. Awkward ball there from Mateo. Not the usual power shot we're used to, but loaded with side spin. Close margins here. Bay Area Blasters in with a shot.
I just like the fact that Jung is talking as much as he can. Great communications. Helping Tapa know what type of serve he's going to do, whether he should be aggressive or play it safe.
And Diaz flips the net.
This Seattle team gets better with each match they play.
Jang over the table, big forehand.
10-7.
Oh, that wasn't how it was Tapa. It looked very Tao-esque. It was a great shot. So, Amateo and Diaz take the first game for Seattle.
Some big hits from both teams. It'll be interesting to see as we change the order.
Mateo and Diaz have really established themselves as the pair to beat on the West Coast right now, especially over this weekend. They won 2-1 on the opening night against Dave Macbeth and Amy Wong from the Texas Smash. And then yesterday against Portland, won against Cole and Rachel Sung. So that partnership and that kind of gel between them has just been getting better and better. And you've said the style.
Yeah, the styles work so well because they're both finishing the point, but Fabi using a lot more of a dead ball, more of a punch, and then she's just allowing Omataya to free range and run forehands down. I mean, we've seen some of his backhands have just been insane as well, especially on the serve return. So just getting comfortable with each other's serve and serve receive makes a huge difference.
Like Amateo just slipped a little there, landed on his knees. Seems to have shaken that off. Got his elbows down. It's one of the to break the fall.
Good power from the blast. Nice 1-2 combination, finishing with Jung blasting it into Omatayo's backhand off the table.
So the Bay Area Blasters off to a pretty good start here in this second game.
What a change in thoughts with Tapa coming in, not expecting to play, but being called up on the final day, and now in a lead in game 2. with the US Open champion as your partner.
Forehand from Tao and Jang. Bay Area Blasters holding that lead. I'll tell you one thing, especially from my experience, being involved in tournaments or in organizations that are working at these events, it's so difficult to switch your mentality from being on one side of the table to the other. So that's always a huge challenge. He's holding his own out there ridiculously well, given the situation. There's Monzo on the bench. With a cast on the finger.
Well, I think with Tapa, because of the number of years that he has played, that once you get into the game, everything starts just going normal. And again, playing with such a great player, knowing that he can cover up any slight mistakes, or if you set him up, he'll finish the point.
Tayo bringing the power.
And that's the balance of the spinner's doubles team. He can run down anything and re-loop it. Fabi Diaz stays up at the table and just is very persistent, especially with her backhand. Tao just challenging Mateo directly off the serve. Both teams within striking range here in game 2. Good. Tapa controlling that first ball, giving his partner a chance to play a controlled opening.
Raised fists from the Bay Area guys.
That ball is so spinny, not easy to pick it up from a low level and bring it down.
Almost lifted it a little bit too much. Close to the mark, not quite. Oh, you can't make this stuff up.
Super combo for the Blasters. First Tao Wen-jung, then Tapa. Just finding the open court.
Play, please. 9-8.
The opportunity was there for Tao Wen-jung.
He got the ball that he wanted.
Mateo wants to get the Seattle Spinners over the line here. They'll miss that first opportunity.
9-10.
And the second, the Bay Area Blasters take game 2, 11-9.
Just great consistency at the end of the game. 0 mistakes, 0 unforced errors. But now for an opportunity to put the Blasters ahead 5-4 in this third game. And see how excited Tao Wen-jung is.
Both players staying on their toes as Maggie Tan gives them some feedback and advice going into the third.
And again, as a coach, when you're thinking, can my player play? And then bringing in a person at the last moment, thinking, well, this could be a tough one. Now it's 1-1, getting a chance to do a net positive against a very strong doubles team.
Time. Tie.
There are a number of people in this venue who are going to be on the edge of their seats for this conclusion to the doubles.
And whoever chose Tapa in the fantasy, I don't think he was actually in the lineup.
Game 3.
I was thinking those are some 3 points right there.
Who knows? Maybe they'll put him in as
I
an
think
honorary,
they should. I think they absolutely should.
retroactive honorary fantasy league. Fabiola Diaz.
Here come the deep serves. She's going to challenge Tapa.
Oh, Mateo and Fabiola
Love
getting the first 2 points with relative ease. That long, fast serve.
That,
Look at the hook.
I mean, that angle.
to 1, 2.
I was going to just say the previous serve was long, and that's why Mateo had an issue with keeping it short. He took the second one where he normally would. Oh, great placement by Jang. Just right through the elbow. That's going to be a problem.
So much power on that ball.
Tapa, he's much better off backhand looping that ball than just pushing it over.
He does.
Yeah,
but
much better
maybe-
shot. Again, the problem is that Mateo is on the other side. And literally, when he only has to worry about one shot, he can run everything down and return it with pace.
So better off backhand looping in theory. But Mateo just
He's just-
unloading forehands.
He's been bringing big shots, both in singles and doubles.
5-2 the lead as the players switch ends.
Right shot,
6, 2.
needs to cover it. Tapa has his cheering crowd. A little smaller than Lily's group,
7, 2.
but
Well,
signs.
to be fair, the fans knew that Lily was going to be here.
Oh, look at that backhand. That deserves a high five there.
Mateo and Diaz now 8-2. Continuing to move forward after switching ends.
That ball goes long, but it was a nice combo there by both spinners.
Almost gets to it.
Yeah, just so much hook on that.
Nine, 4. Four, 10.
So multiple game points for the Seattle Spinners against the serve of Tao and Jung now. And Mateo
Game to Seattle.
just flies through that backhand flick. So a very well fought effort by the Bay Area Blasters and by Tapo, getting the call up in the final hour.
Scoring that critical point, which obviously is going to affect the
And
start of the golden game.
We're going to go down to the side of the court now and talk to Tapa. Tapa, coming into this weekend, we probably never would have imagined that you'd get the call up to actually play on one of the teams.
Never. Yeah,
Um,
it's what a surprise.
How much time and how did you get through to prepare to try and get into this doubles match?
I just started training this morning, Jedi here, he started, playing with me, and then the team came in, and they helped out a lot. They were very supportive, so yeah.
Any messages to your fans back in Michigan that you'd like to share?
You just gotta show up and wish for the best.
I mean, for you in that match, how great was it to play with Tao and Jang? You had, Barrier Blasters. How great was it? How good was it? How was his leadership? Like, how did he help guide you? And
yeah, he's such a legend. Like, I've watched him since I was a kid, and so it was amazing to share the table with him. And before the match, and during the match, he was always supportive, and it was like an honor to play with him, and very lucky.
Well, it shows everyone the benefits of being in the draft pool. Great job getting one game there. It was awesome to see, and congratulations, and we'll see you in the Golden Game.
Thank you. And we look forward to seeing you in Rock Hill.
Wow. We have another matchup here between Andrei Lapeck from the Czech Republic and Sonura Silva, Sri Lankan, currently at Texas Wesleyan University. Silva came out here yesterday with a punishing victory over Amy Wong. He's a great balance of speed and power in his game, and all quarter is the best way to sum him up. He gets around at all places on the court.
Every time he touches the ball, he makes a quality shot. You don't see him taking a lot of crazy shots that he feels the point's over. He just hustles for everything. And what I like the most is his attitude. Regardless of whether he's leading or trailing, he just plays 1 point at a time. Just very positive.
Lapeck, more controlled attacking player. He did win one game out of the 3 against Sonura Silva in week 4. Actually, the first game, 11-6 before Silva came back to win the next 2. So we'll see how the first game goes here.
And we saw Silva demonstrate a lot of backhand power in his last match against Amy Wong. A lot of third ball attacks.
And Silva just swats that forehand ball away.
As I was saying, he plays very safe and consistent. He just teed that one up.
Lapeck looking more consistent today than yesterday. Starting out with a great backhand punch, then getting into the forehands.
With the short strokes that Lapeck has, he really needs to stay close to the table. Using the opponent's pace is one of his strengths.
3-2.
The third time he's gone for that slice across the ball. Looks for the punch down the line. So far, we've seen Lapeck taking the risks and trying to get the initiative, but Silva just steady as ever. Oh, almost gets that ball over further away from the table.
And Silva just smiling after all of these points, just enjoying himself to be out there.
Silva putting in all the work to stay in control. Not at the end. Lapeck showing great control.
And there's the backhand power. Lapeck comes back, able to defend and throw his own backhand into the point.
And again, Lapeck backed off the table. Sean, you said already, it's not a place he wants to be.
Yeah, he's more effective looping and moving forward than backing up. Silva's got the all-court game. He can deliver power from anywhere, especially mid-court.
Been looking for those chances to punch the ball down the line. Silva unleashing a barrage of attacking shots.
Just very comfortable in the backhand-to-backhand exchange.
Silva steady as ever.
5-9.
Oh, great play by
6-9.
Lapeck. Able to counterattack Silva's opening loop.
Perfect timing on that one. This time Silva backed off the table.
9-7.
Not where he wants to be either.
Well, that's just a great table game there by Silva, controlling the backhand-to-backhand exchanges until he gets his forehand into play. Very well done to get his first game point.
Oh, that catches the corner. Silva. Nothing that Lapeck could do about that. See how that ball hit the right, almost on the corner there. Raised hand in the air from Silva. 11-7, game one. So right now the teams are tied, 5 points each. Still have one more singles after this. Right now, first game is locked in for Sonora Silva.
And Silva just great presence of mind, moving the ball around, dealing with very difficult serves, but more importantly, getting his forehand into play to keep the pressure on Lapeck, and then using the edges effectively.
Game 2, Seattle to serve. Love off.
Game 2 starts with Andre Lapeck on the serve.
Last one.
Didn't quite connect on the follow-up. This time he gets through. Good decision there from Silva. He knew he wasn't in position to power through the ball.
Just
so
spun it up. Good location. Let his opponent go for a risky counterattack.
Right into the body from Lapeck.
Net. Three, two. Three all.
Service error. I just can't count the number of service mistakes that we've seen across this weekend. I mean, I know Cole was saying it's difficult to adjust to the environment and to the table and the size of the venue and stuff, but on the third day of competition, you've got to have that part of your game sorted. Oh, sorry, none done, Naresh. That might be my point of this weekend.
And great all-court play by Lapeck, turning the tables on Silva, who we've seen show his backcourt prowess. That time, tables turned.
Brilliant turnaround from Lapeck. And
Had that gone over
nervous
another
moments.
4 or 5 more inches, I don't think Silva could have gotten back to the forehand side.
This is so funny because when Sonura played against Amy yesterday, he played a fantastic point, backhand down the line, and then very next point, Amy just backhand swatted him off the table. So Sonura's clearly studied that scenario and implemented that blueprint into his own game. So Lapeck leading 5-4. Great serve variation. Andre Lapeck. Lapeck on a roll right now.
And he's just found his rhythm, holding the table, just adding quality topspin to the ball, taking the offense away from Silva. Lucky break there for Silva to come within 2.
Lapeck using the towel break to make sure the table's dry as well. Silva got the ball out wide to the forehand, but misses the follow-up.
Lapeck just continues to attack. Not going for anything too forceful, but just keeping the pressure on.
Silva in control.
Oh, what a shot by Silva.
And anticipates the serve perfectly.
9-7.
Silva needs to take that out wider to really force a go-for-it attitude. Lapeck able to Just get his position, get the offense going. Now he's got the serve and a 2-point lead.
Let 9-7.
Good topspin kick serve. 10-7. Andre Lapeck.
Just simplifying his game and getting that first forehand in. Good placement, relegating Silva just to be a blocker.
And Lapeck takes game 2. Out here serving like a tennis player. Build up on that serve and the follow-up. I think the thing that you said that stood out the most is that he's literally relegated Sonora Silva into an incredibly passive player. And we've seen so many blocking errors from Silva, and we haven't seen Andre Lapeck attacking with so much confidence.
And I think Silva, because he's won some points in a more control or defensive-minded position, he's not afraid of the first loop. What he has to remember is he's not attacking. Lapeck's doing all the heavy lifting, so for Silva to come in and deliver something with offense, he's going to have to take a slight risk. But this is going to set up a great third game between these two players who've met on multiple occasions now. Good quality topspin, staying mid-court. And this is a chance for Seattle to go up by 2 going into this final single fourth match between Cowan, Jang, and Amateo. Definitely going to be some big shots
Game 3,
going into the golden game
Lava.
with these two teams.
A reminder, you can head to mltc.com/tickets to get to these matches and see the action live. We had the best crowd definitely yesterday on Saturday's evening matches for Bay Area.
Too low.
I tell you from my personal experience, being here in person is definitely something else compared to watching the live stream.
And you can feel the strength of these players' shots so much better in person, as well as the energy and the post-game celebrations. The Golden Games have just been on fire here in Alameda.
Lapeck, player who represented the Czech Republic as a junior on a number of occasions. Certainly dug his heels in this match. And Sonora bringing it back to where he started.
You're forcing the offense a lot more. And again, Lapeck just not doing anything fancy, but getting his offense going.
Silva just letting himself drift from the table. He's either playing soft at the table or backing off the table.
It's almost like he's expecting Lapeck to miss the ball. And that's a nice counterattack there by Silva.
Nice positive affirmation with the bench of the Bay Area Blasters. Turns around and
lets them know he's in charge here at the switch in game 3. I think with a 2-point lead and the serve, he'll be a little more offensive minded.
singles number 4 up on screen in the corner there between Omateo and Tao and Jung. It's going to be a firefight coming up after this. And Silva working hard to get back into the table, but ultimately picks maybe the wrong shot. Just overplays the forehand.
Oh, what a great 1-2 combination by Silva. Got his forehand in cross court. There'll be a timeout. But Silva won there and then down the line from the forehand side to keep the 2-point advantage.
So back to the bench for both players. It's been good to see some young table tennis players. And
I think she's one of our ball kids, and we want to thank all the parents and the local clubs for supplying such cute and wonderful helpers. Of course, we had the micro dance yesterday, which kicked off probably the most exciting night of Major League Table Tennis that we've had. So the Bay Area has been very hospitable and has brought a lot of action.
A close-up of ball kid on the opposite side. We have one on each side of the court, and
time
makes such a big difference. I know in the earlier, very, very early matches, maybe in week 1, there was no ball kid, and it was just a scattering of table tennis balls around the court. So definitely makes a big difference having them here. And rather than running around with me, I'm going to stay sitting in my chair here.
These are big points for Lapeck. He can reestablish his offensive game right now against Silva. Once again, he gets into the third ball attack, moving it around. Silva really doesn't have a way of stopping that first loop, just putting it on the table. He either needs to drop it short or take a risk and get his own offense going. That's a smarter play there.
7-5.
Dealt with the deep serve very effectively. Spun the backhand back. Again, 2-point lead. Sonora Silva. Silva had it on his paddle and just overplayed.
Incredibly close margins here in the third.
Oh, that was a great forehand loop by Silva, just waited.
6-8.
Lapeck went down the line. Silva able to deliver and continues to keep that 2-point margin. A little extra oomph on that last serve by Lapeck. Little side top.
Definitely unique serve. I haven't seen. Definitely haven't seen the grunt on the serve before. And Sonora gets the job done in that point.
9-7.
He's just keeping his neck above the waterline here in this match and in this third game.
It almost looks like he's doing a drill. One ball to the center, one ball out to the forehand. So concentrated, great balance. 2-point lead. Striking range right now with the serve.
just signaling to the racket of Andre Lapeck. Might have had some sweat on it.
Got the opening off the serve. And that time Lapeck went for the wide angle with his backhand from the center of the table. 2-3 game points for Silva.
8-10.
Shot down the line brings Lapeck to within 1. And this has been an incredibly tightly contested match.
Nine, 10.
And Sonora just manages to close the door on Andre Lapeck. A good read on that serve. Most of those have been topspin. Just Silva managing to adjust to the kick.
His ability to go on the offense, not to play safe, but to put some pressure. Lapeck unable to get around the backhand. And now we are back to tied at 6-all, going into what's definitely going to be a high-powered finish the ball, go for broke between former US Open champion Jang.
Well, we're going to go down to have a chat with Sonora about that match. Sonora, you're probably pretty relieved to get that match out of the way. I mean, last time that you played against him, you lost the first game, but you were able to come back and win the next two pretty comfortably. This one was probably a lot closer than you might have imagined it would be.
Yeah.
What kind of difficulties did you have that really made a difference in this match?
I feel like he really studied my game last time because he lost. And this time I really wanted to get the first set, and I did that. But he played really strong and he attacked to my middle. That way I stuck and I couldn't move. So I feel like he was pretty smart playing the game with me. So yeah, it was good.
It also seemed like at the end of the match especially, you made the strong decision that you're going to attack the serve versus just play it safe. That really put him in a deficit. Is that what the coach said, or is that what you just felt out there that you needed to be more aggressive?
No, I felt that because I always played passive first two sets. So I wanted to be the player who started attacking. So yeah, I changed the game in the third game. Yep.
Now, one of the things that I noticed in particular that I kind of enjoyed was probably the best point of the match. Lapeck had backed off the table and he countered. You came back in the next point and just bammed a backhand past him. Was that a little homage to Amy Wong by any chance? From your match yesterday?
A little bit, yeah. But it was a good point. Yep.
Well, Sonora, great job getting that match done for the Bay Area Blasters, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you
to
so
the Golden
much.
Game.
Yeah.
Now we have the big power players. Olajide Amateo, 2019 African champion, against Jang, in 2014 the US Open champion. He's a player who's won numerous tournaments here on the West Coast.
Every time I see Jang play, when his backhand attack is starting his point, he has so many more options. If he's playing a little bit more control and defending the first ball, it's where, like we had with Kazuhara, giving him so much difficulty. But expect some forehand to forehand, counter looping rallies here. Omatara, more side spin.
One off.
On the last two occasions that Seattle and the Bay Area played against each other, Tao and Jang played the opener against Artie Serene. He won both of those matches, so this is his first time playing somebody different on the roster from the Seattle Spinners. Probably one of the most interesting things about the matchup between these teams is that they haven't played close. Going into the Golden game, there's been at least 3 to 5 points of difference. And the Golden games, first time 21-12 to Seattle, second time 21-13 to the Bay Area. So this match already has been much closer than their first two encounters.
Both players still just trying to find some rhythm and range, going for big shots but not landing them.
4-3.
Not so uncommon when you're playing somebody with a lot of power to have their game force you into playing like a mirror. And that's a nice forehand flip off the serve. Good misdirection by Omotayo.
Typically, we would probably expect to see shorter rallies in this match. So much at stake, but so much power and play on both sides.
5-all.
I think the issue is both players' opening loops have so much spin. Tough to really control and move those balls around to set up any type of counterattack. Easier just to go for a winner.
Now down the line, trying to stay away from that forehand side where the counters are strong and also hook wide to his forehand.
You could see Omotayo stepping around right after the backhand flip.
Everything's deadlocked here, not just 6-6 in this first game, but also in the team tie. Seattle Spinners with 2 timeouts still remaining.
Great block to the open court. Tao and Jung just pressed it down. That time Omotayo went for the deep push. Control opening by Tao and Jang. Elicits a backhand punch from Omotayo.
Big opportunity for Omotayo to finish that point. Tao and Jang will take the first game 11 points to 6.
Tao and Jung just keeping the ball nice and tight, keeping the pressure on, hoping Omotayo doesn't get a good read on the spin or the depth of the ball, and takes game 1 comfortably at 11-6.
So Tao's done such a good job of getting in first, I think, and keeping the ball short, neutralizing that power from Omotayo.
I like that controlled opening. Don't have to go strong every single time. Just moving it around nicely.
I really like the kind of story arc of Tao, you know, from coming to the US.
Game
I
2,
feel like over the
Bay Area
years
to
he's
serve.
really
Love
developed
off.
such a strong position as a leader and a guide for a lot of players and his club, and now also this team, the Bay Area Blasters.
1 love.
And he's a player that's always been willing to give back to the table tennis community and to help guide players.
And it's really taken on the role of an elder statesman, kind of, where whether it's doubles with Tapa or whether it's coaching Mikhail Kumar in the Olympic tryouts, just as you said, Matt, really giving back and helping create the next generation of top U.S. junior stars.
2, 1.
I mean, there's a group of those players that came to the US around a similar time that I did, that I just have an immense respect for. I know, like,
2 off.
especially even in New Zealand, you know, players will show up and they'll win the national championships in New Zealand Open. That's kind of their benchmark to show that they're there and to try and get residence and settle in as a top coach. But players like Tao and Kai Jang and Jishan, they've just continued to compete, and they have such a passion for the sport and a drive to continue winning and to continue bettering themselves.
And I think that's one of the reasons, the success reasons of Major League Table Tennis, is it allows
2, 4.
the fans and viewers from across the country to see these superstars that might be a little bit more in the twilight. Same with Jiwei Shah. It's like they make such a positive impact on their regions and on their clubs. And you see them fighting so hard. No one wants to win more than they do.
Jide just throwing himself to the ground there,
2, 5.
pretty close to the umpire table. Tao Jung with an apologetic hand in the air.
Nice backhand opening
5, 3.
by Omatayo. Just heavy spin, good location. Both these players know how to set up their big forehands, but it starts with a strong opening.
Five, 4.
Tao with the pen hold reverse serve. And there's right in the background, actually behind Monzo in the stands, is Tao's wife, Anne. She's been here all 3 days, supporting the Bay Area team.
5, 6.
Tao taking a page out of Johan Hagberg's off the table side spins. Oh, that's a great down the line misdirection. Omatayo had already gotten to the middle of the table before realizing the redirect. Tao serving from the center, forehand of the table.
7, 6.
Mateo coming back. Kick on that ball. Oh, and Tao and Jang just sticking to his point. You can see the exhaustion. It doesn't stop him from just throwing everything into these rallies.
Oh, that was a great backhand over the table.
7, 8. Let. 7, 8.
Great placement. Tao and Jung set that up perfectly with a solid serve return. 2-point lead with the serve to try to go up 2-0.
think I'm going to put default serve in my fantasy league next time because it's collected a considerable number of points. Probably more so than a few of the players here. There's the firefight that we talked about when we saw the lineup in the beginning.
And Omotayo just more power, stronger footwork. 9-all.
Great backhand flip over the table from Tao.
10-9.
Omotayo sitting, waiting for his opportunity to attack. Send the ball down the line, just grazing the edge.
Perfect placement, whether to hit the edge or not. Tao Jung was not going to be making a play on that ball.
That's precision. Omotayo stepping up, leveling the team score yet again.
So going into the golden game, 1 point differential.
You can see next to the team score numbers, the indicators of remaining timeouts. During these individual matches, Seattle have not used any timeouts. That certainly wasn't Omotayo. Surprise. We'll get into the third game here. Tao and Jang is going to
Game
be
3,
knuckling down.
Seattle to serve. Love off. One love. One off.
Omotayo just reinforcing the correct stroke after missing that ball. Tao has just gone ball after ball of aggressive, 100% commitment to his shot making.
I think he realizes he has to play offense.
This is, I mean, this is probably some of the best table tennis we've seen from Tao and Jung in a little while, which goes to show you the amount of respect that he has for this league as well. Oh, what a point!
2-3.
Tao and Jung giving it everything, but Omotayo gets in at the end. Now it's really turning into a firefight here. Both
You can
players.
just hear it from Omotayo how badly he wants this W for the team to go into the golden game with that 1 point lead. Got the back edge.
3-4. Timeout.
Looks like timeout. Probably a good time for it. Just to breathe things out and settle things down again. And as I mentioned before, you can see behind the Bay Area players there and Tao and Jung's wife. I did offer her the chair. She turned it down. You can see the amount of weight transfer and body work into these forehands from both players. so close to the corner.
Time.
Seems like Omatayo has stepped up his offense more in the last half game.
I mean, the impressive thing is Tao hasn't let up on his attack, so it's not like he's playing softer and allowing.
He's kept the pressure on. He's just
3, 4.
kept Omatayo at bay, having the risk to take a step around.
4,
Tao
all.
levels things up.
And that's a strong
5, 4.
fifth ball attack, great backhand opening, and then following with a strong forehand. Oh, what a
flawless.
4,
great
6.
cross-court push to set up that forehand down the line.
Great technique, great timing.
That's a free point for Omatayo with a nice deep push to the backhand. Must-win point for Tao and Jung to get back into this game. Just a wall. Tao and Jung able to withstand 3, 4, 5 strong
7,
forehands.
5.
Had to end that little run from Olajide. It was 4-4, but Chile took 3 points in a row. Now Tao looking to come back. And get a second.
7, 6.
It's going to be so interesting to see where these two players and a couple of others stand in the Major League Table Tennis standings after this weekend. Big backhand over the table.
So solid. Great depth on the ball. And again, just holding the table, taking the offense away from Omatayo. Got it.
And that
Caught the
was
edge.
the edge really finally.
And you could see Tao and Jung knew it hit instantly, and there was no
Acknowledges that edge with a
yeah,
bit
there
of
was
a
no
shake of the
hesitation that
head.
he was going to be pointing it out, but just very frustrated.
And he goes for the counter.
9, 7.
Mateo 9-7 in the third. Hoping to give the Seattle Spinners a 1-point lead in the Golden Game.
And got the ball he wanted. That deep
10,
serve.
7.
Tao and Jung not willing to go for a winner, but just spun it up comfortably. Oh, that was a nice drop shot short to the
8,
forehand.
10.
So Tao will be rewarded with 2 serves of his own to hopefully tie this up and send it into the final golden point here in game 3.
Gino Mateo, the backhand flick that has won him so many points across this weekend in both the singles and the doubles, gets him the win against Tao and Jung.
Just great power. Looking to step around, but deciding to go for the strong backhand over the table, into the body. And Seattle will now start with a 1-point lead in this golden game.
What a performance so far by both teams. Fairly level picking. Seattle Spinners will take 1 point. Now Jimbao starting off with a strong performance against Nikhil Kumar, but Kumar doing a good job to get one game in first. Jung having a tough time against Johan Hagberg. The serve variations, Sean, the difference they made.
The big shot making by Johan.
And the doubles, of course, a crowd favorite for some of the MLTT guys. Tapa Day stepping in. Sonura Silva really struggling with this third singles match.
But then the big hitters came in. Omatayo getting the job done. 2-1.
We're going to get over to MLTT Commissioner.
Okay, we've got the Seattle Spinners leading 8-7. You'll be starting with a 1-point advantage. Therefore, the first pick is yours. Who will play first for you, Coach? Wenjang Tao is your first player. Jide Omatayo is your number 1. And your number 2. Andre Lapeck, your number 2. Coach? Lily Jang, Adam likes that pick. Lily Jang, you're number 2. You're number 3. Tapa Day, the free agent, number 3. Fabiola Diaz is your number 3. Number 4. Johan Hagberg, your number 4, making Nikhil number 5. Your number 4. Sonura Silva, your number 4, making Jinbao Ma your number 5. Good luck, coaches.
Seeing mostly new lineups. The repeats will be the 2 players who were just on the table. We've seen it relatively common from the coaches to choose the players that just played the final singles game. And I know on the East Coast, Coach Alex Yang was saying it makes sense. These are the players that are the warmest and they're raring to go. So Omatayo and Tao and Jung will play again. Lapeck will face off with Lily Jung. Diaz and the free agent, as Flint Lane said, Tapa Day. And then Hagberg and Silva. And Nikhil will get another swing at Ma Jimbao. What an epic first point to get the Golden Game started.
And that's the power to power we expected. And now the teams are evened up. Look at the face of Tao and Jang.
He's going to be feeling sore after these 3 days. The amount of footwork and forehand attack from him has been exceptional. And Omatayo, a swing and a miss.
And sometimes if you do lose, whether it's a 2-1 in the singles, if you can come up big against the same player in the Golden Game, worth so much more with 6 points on the line.
So Tao and Jang gets the Bay Area off to the perfect start, taking all 3 points against Omatayo. Lily Jung is going to come out here and face off against Lapeck. It's going to be interesting to see how her speed factors here, but also the serve of Lapeck. We saw some of the kick serves from Hagberg causing Lily trouble in the singles. Jung puts it away.
And Lily gets that first attack, so critical. Really into CD position. Numbers 3 and 4 on each team, whichever player can establish their strong offense makes a huge difference. And Lapeck gets his forehand in.
That netball not quite getting over. Of course, both teams have one timeout here in the Golden game. Players substituting every 4 points in 1 game to 21.
Oh, very aggressive deep serve.
Looks like Lapeck's wearing Andrew's shirt. I just noticed
Yeah,
that.
no, he's been sweating profusely every match, so.
Maybe he'll find some of Andrew's sheer forehand dominance. And now the free agent, Tapa Day, taking on Fabi Diaz.
And with a very aggressive deep serve into the backhand. We've seen so many deep serves when Fabi Diaz is out on the court in both directions.
6-3.
The Tapa time sign in the back.
And Diaz able to place that serve out to the wide forehand.
And of course, for Tapa out there right now, all he needs to remember is that if he wasn't out there, the team would be getting probably no points. So anything he can clutch for the Bay Area Blasters here is a big deal. Fabiola Diaz bringing the Seattle Spinners within 1, catching up from a lead that is established by the Bay Area Blasters. And she will level things out. The work put in by Tao and Jung, and Lily Jung undone by Fabi Diaz.
This should be a great matchup here with the biggest swinger of the spinners, Ron Hagberg and Sonora Silva.
Let 6-all.
Silva going for it.
Yeah, just forcing it. Hagberg loves to win those type of points when it can be more of just a, and here comes the power. He's going to go for winners, there's no question about that. He'd like to make a good short or very crisp deep serve return to set up the big power. There's a side top.
Silva talked about the importance of attacking the serve return in his singles match. And Hagberg missing the serve. Things stay even here. 8 points each. The Blasters and the Spinners, and Nikhil Kumar runs out to the table, running a lap, getting himself in the zone.
Reminding me of one of their team members who isn't here, Audie Serene, known for his pre-game and pre-Golden game warm-ups, taking control of the arena.
Jang takes a big swing. And Kumar is going to want to make a big impression here. He doesn't want to have the team behind going into the Tao and Jang and Lily Jang matchups in the second round.
Great drop shot, but unable to convert.
Jim Bao firing on all cylinders.
A great serve by Nikhil Kumar to even it up at 10-all. And we've got our 2 big power hitters again.
Needs to make a stronger impression,
and Tao hasn't lost a point yet. He took the first 3 and continues the streak at 4.
Let
Very interesting serve. And faults the next one. Tentative. The first one hitting the camera, which is considered part of the net assembly. Oh, just sheer willpower from Amatayo to recover from being totally out of position on the second. I think he had one knee on the floor.
Yeah, going down to a one-knee loop in order to bring that ball up. Powell and Jung had so much topspin on the ball.
Amatayo has the power in his hands to make a difference here for the spinners. They won't get it. Powell and Jung leveling again. It's just point for point between these two teams. Bay Area had such a strong start to this golden game. Seattle have stuck with it. And Lapeck, Andrew's shirt, is back to take on Lily Jung. And he just slots that forehand in.
Just hitting the pocket perfectly with the side spin. Really going straight on the offense, not waiting to see if Lapeck would re-loop her opening attack, but going for the finishing blow.
Just a clean ace serve from Lapeck. Backhand open. And again, we stay level. 14 points each in this golden game to 21. No advantage, of course, if the teams get to 2020. It's sudden death. Tapa Day back to take on Fabi Diaz.
And that's going to be a tough situation if he gets stuck into a backhand-to-backhand exchange with those pips. We've seen Miss Diaz win those final points in the golden game, especially Friday against Amy Wong. Big points right here for Tapa Day.
You know, when you have a long, fast serve that you know is coming at you and is probably coming to your backhand.
And chop block here.
Just, I mean, even take a step back and take a little bit more time, get the ball down the middle or to the forehand. So Bay Area Blasters will use their timeout here. Maggie Tien.
She's actually saying you can't guide the ball, you got to make a spin on it.
Something with it. Yeah.
Just touching it, there's too much topspin, it's going to fly.
And it's a quick timeout from Bay Area Blasters.
Good. Not wanting for Tapa Day to overthink it, but just to get back in the game.
I think for him, half a step back, and he builds up some more acceleration into the
At least
backhand.
to punch it to the center of the table.
He goes for the step around forehand.
It's a difficult shot.
So Johan Hagberg comes out here to face Sanura Silva. The Seattle Spinners finally opening up a lead where everything's been deadlocked. 18-14 Diaz, just making a big imprint there.
And Hagberg with the heavy spin, loading it up so much. No offensive shot would be coming off of that return. And you know that Hagberg's just going to go for a winner. No hesitation. As long as that ball's landing on his side of the table, he's taking a full swing.
20 points to 15. Hagberg with the opportunity here to finish things for the Seattle Spinners. And Sonora puts it back against the odds. Hagberg set things up so well. Kumar finishes the job for the Seattle Spinners. The third day in a row, Seattle Spinners come out on top. Number one, Olajide signaling number one, a big result for the Seattle Spinners. They came into this weekend in numerous interviews saying people were saying they were the underdogs and they had something to prove, and they did just that 3 days in a row.
Just total teamwork, everyone contributing, especially in the golden game.
Head down to Coach Luba Sadovska. She's trying to she wants the whole team in the interview. Luba, congratulations. We had a funny little joke, me, you, and Christian yesterday. We talked about how much of an impact that underdog mentality is. You've come through this weekend day after day and delivered 3 outstanding wins. How does it feel?
Yes. Before we went play, I got them in the huddle and I said, again, everyone is expecting us lose. We are the underdogs this weekend, but you are fighters. You have the spirit. You're winning these games with your spirit and your energy and just never giving up. That's what we did.
No, everyone on the team contributed, but again, I look towards Nikhil Kumar, just as the emotional leader. He's helping tactically, and when he's out on the table, he adds an extra level of electricity to the team.
Yes, that's unbelievably helping out, unbelievably needed, because they all come to him. We talk about it, I'm like, it's okay. They come to you, tell them to do this, they don't tell them to do this, so it's okay. It's a team, it's a teamwork.
And how important has your confidence in the doubles pairing been for your performances? I think Amatayo and Fabi have gone from strength to strength, again delivering 3 times across the weekend with their doubles.
Yeah, I think they're just a match that it was needed, and Fabi is really needing also the guidance, and then when she has that confidence and the guidance and someone keeps pretty much telling her it's okay even if she makes mistake, everyone makes mistakes, so she needs that. And then Jide, he just knows what to do. Yeah.
It seems like any loose ball he can always run down, or if there's
Yeah.
a change in spin, his heavy topspin will take care of it.
Yeah. Well, I have to tell you something now. I am in trouble because when Fabi was playing, and in my head I said, if she gets 4 points, I'm gonna learn Spanish, I swear.
Well,
that will be my 5th language.
good luck with that. Well, hey, if you've learnt 4, then 5th should be no problem for you,
yeah.
right?
Thank you.
Luba, congratulations. 3 wins across 3 days, and we look very much forward to seeing you in South Carolina at the cross division.
I have to make speech for you guys because I'm running out of speech.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
We're going to have a short chat here with Nikhil Kumar. Nikhil, a great finish there in the golden game.
Thank you.
A long weekend. You had some tough matches. I mean, they're really putting you in the hot seat. And do you feel that expectation from your team, not just to deliver the singles results against some of the stronger players in the league, but also to bring the energy and give the tactics to the rest of your teammates?
No, yeah, definitely. I mean, we spoke at the beginning of this weekend knowing that some of the teams I would probably have to play against their hardest player when those players are normally guaranteeing 3-0s against many other teams. And for me, it was quite important to, at least for me, it was a win even yesterday, for example, to get even 1 set. Because we know in this league, it's all about collecting as many sets as you can. And the same today, I was quite happy. Even though I lost 2-1, I at least got 1 set there too. So I mean, I go into this also trusting the best of my team. I like to bring the energy from the start, and the team follows that momentum along, and I'm just happy with our team's wins this weekend.
When I think, Nikhil, coming out of the blocks, when you can win that first game, it seems like you almost surprise the opponent, especially somebody as strong as Ma, where he's like, what's going on here? And you're just putting constant pressure, which when you put the opponent on their heels, it makes it so much easier for your teammates to follow.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think, okay, me and Jin Bao have known each other since 2017. We are constantly training with each other, so we know each other's games quite well. So this match could have gone any way, to be honest. I was pretty happy with the way I performed today. Also knowing that yesterday with Kole, I didn't have a great start. Although I did bounce back then, I wanted to make sure I got a strong start. Sorry, cut out there for a sec. I got a strong start today, so then I was quite happy with that.
Well, Nikhil, congratulations. It
Thank
seems
you.
that the headset is telling you that your time is up here.
Yeah, unfortunately.
A great performance for you and for the team. Seattle taking 3 across the weekend. So
Oh, yeah, definitely. This
wonderful
is a team game with us, and I'm really proud of the way our team has played together this weekend.
And we look forward to seeing you in South Carolina for the cross division, seeing what you can do against the East Coast.
Definitely, I'll be ready for that. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Nikhil. Well, here we can take a look at the overall standings on the East and West Coast, and you can see the differences in separation. One of the things that stands out for me is the momentum that the Texas Smash got this weekend. They started out with 58 points, quite significantly in bottom position. The Golden Game wins, bringing them from 2-5 to 4-5. But it's the Portland Paddlers who finish atop of the table. Oh, this I've just been told this hasn't been updated yet. This is usually Tapa's Tapa's area of expertise. Looks like we get the update. Tapa's run over to sort this out. So it is the Seattle Spinners that have the top of the table. No surprises there after 3 outstanding wins over the weekend, and their singles win-loss ratio has improved. The doubles is looking great with Omatayo and Diaz, and the Golden Game wins moving up to 6-3. They have opened up a bit of a lead, I should say. It'll be interesting going into the cross, knowing that Carolina Gold Rush on the East Coast have also taken that dominant seat in the East Division, about how things unfold.
Yeah, and I think the tightness of the West Division means everyone's within striking range, and with 4 matches in the cross division, they're going to get a chance to get some more points. If they can get on a run like Seattle did this weekend, things can really change drastically heading into the playoffs.
Well, it's certainly going to be a very interesting time as we head to Rock Hill, South Carolina next month for that cross division. We'll see an increased number of matches. 2 tables on the go at once, so multiple live streams. And it's going to be very interesting. And there's Tapa Day. He straight back on that computer where he initially came from and unexpectedly ended up on the table. I think he did great justice to himself. Overall, it was still the Seattle Spinners that did an outstanding job of taking control of this match. It was so close. Back and forth scoring, all 2-1 matches. A great shot there of the ball kids hustling to get out the way. But overall, I think the way that the Golden Game went, it was so point for point. And it was only towards the end the Seattle Spinners just stepped up and drove it home.
Yeah, and I think that the great crowds we had on day 2, as well as the Golden Game going to the final points on games 1, but credit Seattle getting the job done and taking 3 matches this weekend.
And unfortunately for Luba, they won't have the underdog mentality in the East, and we'll see you there